Divine Connections magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.
Great day, everyone. This is Dolores Lynch with Divine Connections. Our magazine comes out quarterly. We promote different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, great things going on in the community. You can stay connected with us through our website. Subscribe there at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. It's located at the bottom of the screen. Also, we're on social media platforms, Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing, Instagram at Divine Connections, one word, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections, and that's the DIVINE Connections with an S. Also, in March, we will have our next issue coming out, so definitely keep a lookout. If you're interested in advertising or promoting your business or your group, make sure you send me an email for detail. All right, so I'm so excited to have Ms. Christen Miller on the line. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
All right. So my name is Christen Miller. Again, I am from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I was a military brat, but North Carolina is home. So I spent most of my life here after my dad's military career has ended, and just been building on giving back to my community ever since.
Awesome. So tell us the business that you use to give back to the community, and then elaborate on that.
Okay, so I work with at-risk and willing youth, ages 10 to 17. And when we say at-risk, we don't necessarily mean those that go through the juvenile justice system. But being at risk could be someone that is struggling in education, or someone that comes from a blended family or else. So we help them in the areas of entrepreneurship, basic life skills, of course, education, and also community service and mental health. And I just love them. I really do. I have a passion for youth. I do have a background in teaching, substitute teaching, and everybody knows that we're doing virtual learning now. So I work with a couple of students, assisting them in their virtual learning, but then also incorporating something hands-on, because they're looking at a screen for like 5 to 6 hours, and I just don't even like doing it. So I know somebody at 5 on up,
right,
don't like doing it either. So I try to have some interaction with them, getting their brain motivated to like understand how checkers maneuvers, or just drawing, Play-Doh, things like that. So just pulling them away from that screen, because all they do is look at a screen. If they're not looking at YouTube, they're on live with their teachers for Zoom. So it could be a bit overwhelming.
Oh, for sure. And then you mentioned about mental health. And I know that's a big issue, considering the season that we're in right now as well. In general, it is, a major thing, but definitely now. Do you want to elaborate a little bit about maybe what you've seen, and maybe some resources that can help individuals?
Yeah, so mental health is very relevant right now. We have a lot of things going on in the world on top of COVID. So, we're all in this quarantine, or, I don't know what you all want to call it, but, we are restricted from going on vacation or going anywhere without wearing a mask. That's already enough in itself. I like to wear lipstick and things like that. And it's like, wearing a mask, it doesn't make any sense. But, to protect ourselves as well as everybody else, we have to follow protocol. But, it's just simple things like that can really attach to your mind and just really bring you to a depressive state sometimes. Even with the children right now, they're not able to gain relationships with other people in school. other than the people that they're around, if they're doing virtual learning with other people around, yeah, they might have a relationship there, but we're talking about kindergarten, fifth grade, elementary school. These are the times where they're supposed to be learning about themselves, learning how to share, learning how to develop relationships, but yet they're behind a computer screen. So, I can only imagine how this may or can affect them in the near future if people like myself and other people, do not really come in and take that role of just working with them. And even as an adult, this doesn't just go for children. As adults, we have the children at home and we're being mom, dad, principal, counselor, babysitter.
Right.
We're having so many roles, and that can be exhausting as well. So it's just very essential for us to get that self-care and to make sure that we are good before we are pouring out to everybody else. Some of the things that I do to keep my mental health in together, basically, I like to read and journal for me. That's something that I started picking up to do. It allows me to express myself even when I feel like I can't talk to anybody else. And it also allows me that time to myself where I don't have to think about what's going on in the world today or what's going on Facebook or anything else. I can just have that one-on-one time in that quiet space and just jot down my feelings. And that was one of the reasons why I developed a self-help book. So I came out with a self-help book called 31 Blessings. And this is actually the book right here. So 31 Lessons is basically a book about 31 situations that I went through in life, and basically how I had a lesson, I had a blessing, and then the recipe that goes along with it. So a lot of times we go through some of the similar situations and we get through those situations, but then those situations might emerge the next month and we don't remember how we got through them the month before. So therefore, writing your own recipe, you'll understand that, hey, if I got through the situation with finances last month doing X, Y, and Z, I can apply this month and be able to move forward and not be in this depressive state or not being in this state of fear or anything else. So that's pretty much what I do. And then like with my kids, I do art therapy with them. They express themselves through art because a lot of children, they don't really express themselves verbally. I haven't seen too many, but drawing, art, anything hands-on related, they're able to really express themselves, how they're feeling, what they're feeling, and why they're feeling it. So
Awesome. I know. What are maybe resources for maybe adults dealing with mental health or even kids? What's the place they can go to help children?
Well, so everything is pretty much almost telehealth right now. So, you do have some churches that may be open. They do have counseling services there, and most of them are free. Some of them you have to be a member or something like that, but most of them are free where you can just call them and say, hey, I'm seeking counseling. I need some help. You have that. You have life coaches, kind of similar to therapy, but a little bit different. You can search these people online. Honestly, you're looking for a life coach, you might find somebody on Google. Counselors, you have different types of counselors. You have marriage and family counselors, you have addiction counselors, you have regular counselors, you have just so many, but you have to figure out, which one is more applying to your situation and how you feel. There are also like self-help tips on for all my Pinterest users, or maybe even TikTok. There's some things that you can learn on TikTok that can, help you just really maneuver what you're doing and find out other self-help ways. And also art actually works for adults as well. They have those coloring books. They have the adult coloring books now, and they also have the adult painting. You paint by number and things like that. So, those are some different ways to cope, and then journaling and as well as reading.
Awesome. And you talked about a book with 31 blessings. How can they get that?
They can go to my website. That's at hopeandvisionoutreach.com. Again, that's hopeandvisionoutreach.com. It's also available on Amazon. So, if you have that 2-day Prime,
Right.
you can get it right away in 2 days, maybe a day, because Amazon moves kind of fast sometimes. So, they can get it there. Also, if you go to Barnes and Noble and want to order it, or Walmart, it's really available everywhere, honestly. But if you want a signed copy, of course, you can go to my website. Again, that's hopeandvisionoutreach.com.
Awesome. And you're also nominated nomination as well. So we're that. And voting starts July 1st. August 1st. So we'll look out for that as well. Anything else you want to do?
No, not really. I just hope that the people stay encouraged, during these times. I know there's been bad weather these days too, so that's on top of everything else we're going through. But I just pray that everybody be encouraged during these times to seek help if you do need some help. Speak to somebody if you're struggling with something. You're not alone. And also, just a message, your current situation does not dictate your future. So the things that you are going through right now, it does not have to follow you to tomorrow or the next day or the next month or the next year. You can break that cycle right now. Change your mindset, go outside, get some fresh air, take a walk, do something that's going to be able to motivate yourself to get back on track.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being my guest for coming on today and sharing the information. You guys, make sure you go out and get her book. We have 31 Blessed.
Yes, that's 31 Blessings.
31 Blessings. And we are so excited of what you're doing and helping people as well. Anything else you want to share before we leave?
That's it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for being on today. Christen Miller, this is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to number one, Divine Connected with Jesus Christ. You all have a phenomenal day.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.